Hello, and welcome to this final boss fight live stream of Dungeons and Dragons. My name is John, and we are here to play the continuing adventures of the Golden Tooth. I am joined by Amy.
Hi.
Sian.
Hi.
And Sean.
Hi.
And as you can see, we are in perfect health.
Yeah.
Yep.
When last the Golden Tooth met to adventure together, they found a lost little girl and returned her home safely to the Salamander Hot Springs, where they were offered a night's stay for free for returning the little girl home safely, and decided to spend the next day relaxing at the hot springs. We did a hot springs episode, guys.
We did.
Did not go how we thought it would.
While Calderax, Malzere, and Howe chilled out on the gents' side of the hot springs and bathed in comfort, and made friends with the salamander that heats the springs, whom Howe nicknamed Godzilla. Pyrolis relaxed in comfort and mostly quiet on the women's side of the hot springs until a giant face-stealing centipede attacked her as she was alone and stole her face and disappeared off into the surrounding forest. Upon hearing the attack, Hal leapt over the fence and very quickly took off, still naked, after the centipede, leaving Pyrolis with Calderax and Malzere, whom all decided that it was better to get dressed before chasing giant monsters.
Yeah.
At least some form of armor.
And so they quickly retreated back to various changing rooms where they stumbled through getting at least a small amount of their normal armor on before giving chase to Howe and the centipede. Upon catching the giant centipede, Howe had a conversation with the face-stealing spirit, where the centipede attempted to bait him into action before his friends arrived, but Howe managed to keep his cool and waited for the rest of the Golden Tooth to catch up with them before launching into a furious attack on the centipede that had stolen Pyrolis' face. Upon defeating said creature, the face of Pyrolis returned, as well as the face of another Genasi, not on Pyrolis's face. That would be weird. Another Genasi got her face back in the form of Jasastra, the water Genasi that had been taking care of the little girl before she went missing, evidently having had her face stolen and being lost alone in the woods for some time. You all returned back to the hot spring, where you spent the rest of the evening and another long rest, relaxing at the springs before waking up early the next morning. Howe and Jasastra discussed a monastery that she occasionally visited to deliver supplies near Mulmaster. She informed Hal that she needed to deliver them a message, and he offered to go in her stead, volunteering the Golden Tooth for another mission. And so we cut into the action again as the rest of you arrive downstairs to discover that Hal has volunteered your services.
Why would you do that?
It's the right thing to do.
No, it's not! I was enjoying the break!
We can come back again after.
Oh, really? Oh, we'll come again after. That's what we fucking said about the town we started and my orchard. And did we ever get that orchard back? No!
What orchard?
Admittedly, you did want to steal the orchard from someone who had not wronged you in the slightest.
But you know what? It was a good theft.
How is it a good theft?
They would have given us food forever, right?
No, they probably would have, come back with greater numbers and tried to take it back from us by force.
Then we would have burned them to the ground.
Just pat him on the head. Just, it's okay. Okay.
Don't patronize me.
It's okay. It's okay. So, but, well, we've already told them we're going to do it now.
I'm also not all that convinced on staying here. It's not exactly the most relaxing when you have your face stolen.
I'm sure that isn't something that happens on the wreck.
We could find another hot spring. Offers how.
I'm trying to think where there even is one.
There must be somewhere out there.
Well,
This one's nice and had a salamander.
Yeah, Godzilla will be sad.
Oh my god.
That's what I named the salamander. You were there.
Why
Doesn't make it any better.
He only speaks to me.
I think it's been you don't speak the language.
How? Just don't speak to me for the next 5 minutes.
Okay, Malderax.
Grits teeth.
I mean, I've got some. What have I got? I've got any thick wounds I could do on him if you want me to.
Josastra, for her part, will come in and give you a few more details about the message that needs to be delivered. Because it turns out it is not quite as simple as she initially made it appear.
No, of course it isn't. Let me guess. The monastery is in the Underdark, and we've got to go and find a bunch of.
We're not going back to the Underdark.
No, it's on a mountain.
Why?
Because that's where they put the monastery. They want to be
Why
close
would
to
they
the
put it
wind.
there?
They want to be close to the wind and separated from society.
Why can't they put it on the ground like fucking normal people?
I mean, it is on the ground, it's just...
I mean, closer to the actual ground, not the up in the sky ground.
Not the up in the sky ground.
This is where
Smells
religion,
right.
this is where religion sucks.
I mean, my temple's near the ground, but still.
Yeah, see, at least you can actually get to yours without having to do an upheaval of your entire body.
I believe they think that part of the religious experience is the pilgrimage to get there.
Do I look like a religious experienced person?
If I say no...
Exactly. Oh my god, you don't. All you have to do is like pray and worship. You don't have to go on a fucking pilgrimage. If you want to do it, then the gods will be just like, oh sure, fine, that's alright. Just do it. You don't have to go on a fucking hike. What kind of god does that?
Well, I mean, they worship Ilmater.
I don't care who they worship.
Sean,
Yeah.
as a cleric, you would know a little bit about Ilmater.
Yes. Religion.
Do you want me to tell you the information about Ilmater you know, or do you want to just remember it from stuff that Sean knows?
Tell me the stuff that Caldrax would know, because obviously I probably know a bit more.
Ilmater is a god of surviving hardship. Worshippers of Ilmater believe that they're very strong believers in the that which does not kill you approach to religion.
Makes Malzare cranky.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
that doesn't kill you, makes Mouse very cranky. That's exactly.
I'll clear that up.
Until now, they'd not even known who Malzare is.
It was very confusing in the the scriptures and things, but now they're getting it. Well, they will do soon.
Yeah, as soon as you make it up there, it's just like, talk to you about this message.
Ilmater himself is often depicted as a man who has been tortured on a rack.
Oh my god.
With broken arms and legs, and his holy symbol is... I'm going to double check this is correct before I say it aloud, because I'm fairly certain it is.
It's a bunny hat. No.
It's weird, it's a bunny hat. He is known as the Crying God, the Broken God, the Lord on the Rack. Yeah, his symbol is a pair of hands bound with a red cord, although some older worshippers used a blood-stained rack.
I relay this information.
Why? Why? Why would anyone fucking worship that?
I mean, some people believe suffering is worth it.
Why?
What's the best way for us to get there?
Oh my god. No, we're not dropping this. Come on. No, how is this the best way of worship? Torturing yourself. Who the fuck would go through that?
They don't actually torture themselves. They believe that the hardships faced by themselves put it off for other people.
What?
If they can endure this, then it shows that others can endure far less, and they are the ones that take the pain. Some of them spend the time just on the mountainside, meditating. Others go into more harsher, solitary meditations, and others travel the countryside trying to protect people from things that they can't themselves defend against.
Well, you know what? Others are fucking psychos.
I mean, you would technically be counted as other in this.
Why am I other?
Well, you're not going to be one of them, are you?
Well, no, but the point being is that that's pointless. Like, just like the whole whatever God died for your sins sort of thing. That's bullshit.
I mean, kind of, they do the opposite. They die for the sins of others.
Oh my god. That's what I'm trying to make, but the point being is that who the fuck would willingly do that? Because that's just asking for death. Or at least a miserable life.
I mean, you don't need to ask for death. It's coming all the same. I mean, I don't... Josastro very quickly points out, I don't worship Ilmater. I just deliver them messages from time to time.
Well, don't quit your day job.
Either way, if it's been said that we're helping, we should keep that word.
So...
No, let me make it clear. It was Hal who said that we would help. So technically, if Hal wants to do it, fair play. I can't be fucked.
It's good for the brand.
How is it good for the brand?
Well, so far we've done a bunch of stuff all over the land. We've probably been making a little bit of a name for ourselves, and we've even got a safe child under our belt now. So, if we suddenly then skip out on something we've just agreed to, or one of our number has just agreed to,
All right, fine.
I promise you we'll have a nice little break once we get off the damn mountain.
By little, can it be more than like 24 hours, please?
I promise, like, at least 3 days, at least.
All right.
Josostra points out, so there are a couple of things.
Of course there are.
Come on, here we go. There's a dragon in the way and a troll. Come on.
No, not as far as I know. I mean, the area is possibly... No, anyway. One...
Possibly what?
Well, I mean, it's the sort of area that white dragons like, but that it would be ridiculous.
We're fighting a white dragon. Okay.
So for a start, there's more to the message than the storm coming. We have reason to believe that cultists have infiltrated the monastery.
Oh, it's always cultists, isn't it?
Yep.
And they might be responsible for the storm that is coming. But we don't know who to trust there.
Cool.
So that's...
Okay.
So, who are we going to deliver this message to if we don't know who to trust there?
Yeah. That's part of the problem. We need you to work out who you can trust.
Ah.
So, you're telling us to turn up at their door and then wander about until we find someone we can trust and then deliver a message to them.
I mean, that's the long and the short of it.
Without the cultist bad guys being all suspicious of us.
I mean, if they get all suspicious of you and start trying to, off you, that would really out them. So they probably won't just go straight for that approach. And if they do, I'm sure you're more than a match for them.
What is this message?
There's a storm coming, and then it's going to cause some trouble, and there are cultists.
Okay.
That's largely the message.
And what are they... What are you expecting them to do? What's their likely response to that news? Do you have any ideas?
I mean, ideally we want them to evacuate, but I don't know if that's going to be a likely course. The other option is confronting the cultists within their ranks and stopping whatever the cultists' plans are before they can enact them. Would be ideal. The other, the second half of this, there's no teleportation circle at the monastery.
Right.
That's it! Why? Why do you torture us like this? How? Why?
I
Sorry,
should
carry on.
Sounds like you might be having a child.
I should quickly get through this bit because the next bit, the purple one will like.
How did I know? How did I fucking know this was gonna happen?
So there are two ways that you can get to the monastery.
Climb.
One of them is the glacier path, and the other is the official road.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can teleport you. I can get you teleported to Molemaster. And from there, it's a short trip of about a week. The glacier
Yeah,
path.
that's how we describe short in our group too. Says sarcastically.
The glacier path takes you over the glacier of the White Worm.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, now my internet's gone, hasn't it?
We can hear you.
Oh, bugger.
What?
His internet's gone. And he can't hear us.
Oh no, that's not good. Right. Also, sorry if my volume peaks. I'm trying to fix the mic problem.
I mean, if you could not scream once you've attempted fixes before we get a chance to turn you down from like 200%.
Now, John, what kind of a person do you think I am? Come on, you can trust me.
I'm not sure I can, but we'll see. So, I don't know whether to continue explaining this until Sean returns and can hear us.
Well, let's do a quick little interval. Hello, guys. How you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, not bad. I'm currently making a bow tie for my felted rabbit.
Yay! There's more additions to the felted rabbit.
Yeah, it still hasn't got a body yet,
I mean, that's a step.
but it now is in the process of gaining a bow tie.
That's cool.
I mean, bow ties are cool.
Also, I mean, if people want to see what the hell I'm talking about, there's a Discord and there's an art channel,
Yeah.
And then there's a bunny in a top hat.
and then there's a picture in there. So go check it out, guys.
There
Yeah.
you go. Sean.
Hello.
Meh.
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 Sean, can we tap out? Because I think I figured out the problem, but I need to switch out of Discord in order to fix it.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
will be right back. You can carry on without me. It's cool.
Basically, the glacier path will take you over the glacier of the White Worm. I mean, it's dangerous in regards to the monsters that prowl the glacier, but the risks of getting lost are up there too. It takes a few days longer, but the biggest benefit is it's extremely unlikely they're going to be watching it for people approaching.
Hmm.
Or
Okay.
or you could take the official path up to the glacier, up to the monastery, which first step would be to use the teleportation circle in the town of Ravensburg, and follow the official road up to the monastery. It is a little bit faster, with very little chance of getting lost because it's just it's a road. And local miners along the way might be able to provide you with information about what's going on at the monastery, but I mean, it depends on how the cultists
You said this particular place is up high in the mountains.
Yes.
Is it... Do you think they would buy the fact that Howe is looking for a place to worship since he has been away from his place for a while, that we're visiting for that purpose?
It is possible. I mean, the monastery itself is rather large. They have quite way down in this description in the book. One moment. That they have about 200 worshippers there. So it's very likely that once you actually get there, you could blend in.
So if we were to...
They
come
have
across
over
people-
750. I
Oh,
was
wow.
way out in my estimation.
Yeah.
They have over 750 monks. Some of them leave the
So-
place for months at a time, so... I mean, it might not even be that hard to blend in as one of the monks that hasn't been there for a while.
But so if they were to question it, would it be acceptable in the outskirts at least to be saying that we're going with how to find a high place to worship? Do you think they would buy it?
That doesn't seem unreasonable.
Then maybe that's the plan we go with. It seems... If it seems plausible, it seems the smarter route to go, do you think?
It's the only thing we've got to get in. Otherwise, we've got no reason being there.
Hmm. Yeah, and then that gives us time to...
The problem is, and I mean no offense by it, but can we honestly trust Hal to not just say the reason we're here? He's very trusting.
Hal looks at you both with a smile.
All it's going to take is a cultist to go, oh, honest, I'm not a cultist, and he'll just say everything to it. Oh God! Oh God!
Prepare your ears, people. There should be a return of the Amy imminently.
What up?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
So, it turns out it was the fucking USB port.
Fucking USB ports.
As soon as I switched it to the third one, it was fine.
Of course it was. The stupid USB port.
Standard technology issues.
But I'll leave it up to you which path you pick. I think Malzere should answer first, though.
Alright, so remind me of the two options again.
How do you guys want to just discuss
we got-
the paths?
We have the option of the glacier path, which will take longer, has more monsters on it, and is less patrolled. But because it's less patrolled, the cultists probably won't be watching.
Right.
Meanwhile, we could take the official road, which is shorter and better protected, but they will most likely be watching that road. I think that's the basics.
Yeah. Well, I will vote on the shorter path, but I will go with majority. Majority. I'm picking up Hal's accent now.
Yeah, gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast. Radical.
My main worry is if we come through the longer route, as it were, it will be us potentially sneaking in.
Yeah.
Whereas if we go under the pretense that we're bringing Hal to a place for him to worship up high with the wind, we can be honest about that as far as that is part of Hal's religion. Kind of gestures towards Hal, who I'm sure at this point is playing with the breeze. And it will give time and a more perhaps a more friendly ability to talk to people.
I do know, Jasastra says, that one of the monks, a hermit by the name of Mivel, it would be possible if you go along the glacier path to potentially meet up with Mivel, and he might be able to sneak you inside.
Hey, smuggling.
But do we know Mivel is to be trusted? You told us not to trust anyone.
I don't know for certain, but I know that he's been there a long time, and the cultists likely have not been.
Right.
I know that he hasn't been in the monastery for a little while, and the cultist activity is recent.
Sorry.
It's a option. I'm not saying it's the only one. I'm not saying it's the best one. It is
Which,
there.
in your opinion, would be the more sensible one to do?
The official road is safer to travel. But if the cultists have a bigger chokehold on the monastery and the surrounding area than we suspect they do, or if that is expanding, they will be monitoring this path. They will possibly make it difficult to get up.
Well,
We've
done some fucked up things before. Like, that's nothing to us.
Well, it's pretty much we've got to decide: are we going to try to deceive them to get Hal in there, and possibly the rest of us, but they might not let the rest of us in, or do we try to go the glacier path and try to use Miven to sneak us in?
I guess the glacier path then would be a bit better.
But then I say, with either way, at least with both cases actually going to require deception, because if we sneak in, we've got to try and convince people that we've always been.
Although if there are large numbers, it may be...
I still think they'd at least know if a new person turned up.
Yeah. I think we should take the longer road.
Ice path.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's worth a try at least.
Okay.
So the final thing, Malzare.
That happens to be my name, yes.
I think this is the bit that you will enjoy. And she pulls out a satchel and clips open the buckles on it.
Right.
This is the first half of the payment.
Right. How much?
And inside you see 5 platinum trade bars stamped with the sigil of House Goss.
5 platinum what?
Trade bars.
What are trade bars?
These are worth 100 gold apiece.
Oh. Okay.
Trade bars are basically what larger cities or houses, noble houses, will use to send large sums of money, where sending 500 individual gold pieces would be rather taxing on the satchel.
Yeah.
And it would also be easy for 1 or 2 to go missing, because, 500 of them.
So, a trade bar and 1 left over.
Yes.
So, it's 100 gold.
I think that's a pretty decent deal, if I do say so myself, eh?
When you get back, I'll have another satchel for you.
Oh, and still the 25 for the one that we're splitting up.
Okay,
You
so
do good.
125
You
each.
do good business, love.
I'll
So is it 5 between us or 5 each?
5 between you.
Okay.
So 120.
25 each.
120. Ooh.
370.
17.
88.
1,178 gold. Yay.
Please excuse us while we do maths.
Oh, 125. Okay, so that's even more.
Yep.
1,183.
1,188. And 53 platinum. Apparently I got some platinum that I don't remember getting, by the way.
Why not?
Yeah, I got 48 platinum. Don't know where that came from.
We could destabilize an economy.
It's the economy.
Let's just go to a random village and pay for a beer with a platinum piece.
So Jazastra, upon you accepting this direction, the trip that you're taking, pulls out a pair of scrolls and puts one away and opens the other one and starts sketching out on the floor a transportation circle. And it flashes to life when she draws the last line on it, and you all disappear into the teleportation, and your field of vision just suddenly shrinks to a pinpoint of light in the distance, and you can feel yourself being pulled over great distance.
And we were never seen again. The end.
And all of a sudden, you appear in Molemaster. And
Are we just out in the open, or are we like...
this would be inside a building.
Okay.
Like, this is a dedicated transportation circle for use by specific groups, so it's not just out in the city street.
I was going to say, because that would be really, like, obvious if we were just plopping in somewhere.
And the attendants will let you out of the building. And the first thing you notice is that it is bitterly cold.
Oh.
There's a strong wind whistling through the streets, and you can see up in the distance a range of mountains. And storm clouds are starting to gather over them.
Is Hal bothered by the cold?
I need to double check that.
The cold never bothered him anyway.
That was kind of where my brain went.
I think he's okay with the air, but I don't think he has anything special about the cold.
No, I don't believe so.
Because I wondered whether, like, from needing to be up high to be close to his god, whether there would be any...
I think with how he's always described it, he just needs to be some wind. So like an open
Yeah.
flame would do.
Yeah, no, Air Genasi don't have anything.
I think water get cold resistance, I think. I could be wrong.
Well, he don't give a fuck.
Perhaps we should,
Yeah, he just
grab
has the
some-
ability to levitate and hold his breath forever.
perhaps we should grab some warmer things for some of us. Tilt's head towards Hal.
Hal's just sort of shivering slightly.
Aww.
Don't arm, just encourages him. just walks off to the nearest clothes shop.
Okay, so you can acquire.
At this point, how much money does Hal actually have?
He has
Oh, wow.
370 gold pieces.
Oh, okay, that's cool. I was going to say, because he gave a bunch away, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I think I managed to convince him to keep some of it.
You did manage to convince him to keep at least 250 gold.
Yeah, okay.
And he's just had 125 on top of that.
Sweet. So yes, we shall
So
find some warm stuff.
you managed to find a number of shops that sell equipment to deal with the cold weather, because surprisingly enough, that's the sort of weather they have in these parts.
Walk into one shop and just, yoo-hoo, pick some blowout.
Hey
Pretty-
girl, hey, I'm going for some shopping.
Pretty much. You can buy, depending on how much you want to spend.
Okay.
A cold weather outfit will set you back 5 gold pieces.
Okay.
Crampons will set you back about 2 gold. Skis, poles, and snowshoes will set you back 10 gold. And snow goggles will set you back 2 gold.
Snow goggles.
We
Yo,
are going up the Glaciary Path.
I'll take the whole fucking lot.
Yeah, I think it would be worth grabbing the full
Yeah.
set.
What are crampons though?
They're like spiked things that you can stick on your shoes.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
like kick them into the ice.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. How much would that be like altogether then?
19 gold.
19 gold. I can.
Can do. Oh, but I got maths.
I'm just gonna put it in under all the cold weather shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have like a sort of more? This is gonna sound weird. You know, kind of like those warm outfits, but they're more like a kind of massive robe thing, so it looks like a dress. If there's that, Mal will fucking buy that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll just put snow gear.
Oh yeah. I'm at 1,169 gold.
I'm on 1,164. Aren't you special?
I was mainly going for the 69 thing, but
Well, 69 comes later.
the 69.
Hey, I got 69
Anyway.
cents. Hey, you know what that means.
I'm poor.
So while that will assist you with the cold weather, it's not gonna completely negate the temperature.
That's fine.
And especially, and I believe I said this the same with the cold weather gear that some people got on Saturday. It gets worse if it gets wet.
Oh, okay.
So, don't fall in the
we-
water.
You'll be glad to know that Caldrax will be wearing a lot more than Asteron was.
What you have to do with that, if you fall into water, you have to roll in the snow to, like, keep yourself, like, cold, basically.
It freezes the water off, basically.
Yeah.
Shall bear that in mind. If
In case you
Ireland
ever
happens to have a close
fall
encounter
in
with
the
water.
water and then... Okay. There's a lot of overland travel for this bit.
Before we go, we're out for multiple days, are we?
Yes.
Do we have camping equipment?
Most of you have bedrolls, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, can I buy a shovel?
Yes, I believe that is a...
Damn it!
The theory being, can dig a snow cave to actually have somewhere out of the elements to...
What's the price on a shovel? You can find a shovel for 3 gold.
Yep, sold.
Quickly making sure of what I've actually got in terms of
Shovel. Yep. I'm kind of running on the theory that at some point maybe Pi knew from her dad about some of those survival-y type things.
I think, if possible, Calrex will try and find a bedroll, because he's not actually had one this entire time. He's had just a blanket.
Well, for 4 gold you can get a tent.
Yo.
4 gold for a tent.
That will sleep 2 people.
Nice.
And let me just look up the price for a bedroll.
I think Malzari would have had one, maybe. Does it... I don't know what comes in the Entertainers pack, I will find out.
Entertainers pack, backpack, bedroll, 2 costumes, 5 candles, 5 days of rations, water skin, and a disguise kit.
Well, there you go then.
Ta-da!
Bedroll will be 2 gold.
Alright.
Bedroll, 2 gold. Bed.
Do we want to share tents or do we want to get one each?
I mean, they'll probably allow for more heat if there's at least 2 people in each.
That is a point.
Well then.
Well. So, another tent?
So 2 tents.
2 tents?
Yeah, so do you want to take
I
that
have
off house, because I got the shovel.
Okay. What did I say for the tent?
4 gold?
4 gold.
And
Okay.
you said 2 for the bedroll, did
2
you?
for the bedroll.
So that's another 6 gold for me.
So yeah, Hal will buy a tent. Tent.
Buy a bunch of shit, come on.
Tent, by the way, if you've got that on your character sheet, weighs 7.
7.
The bedroll, Sean, is also 7.
7 for a bedroll?
Apparently.
Yeah, I've got bedroll as 7 on here.
And I can't remember what the shovel weighed. One moment. Shovel is 5, Sean.
Okay. We are coming back here, I assume, once
If
we've...
we survive.
Yeah.
John,
Yes.
do they sell elephants?
Not here, no.
Damn it.
No, they only sell woolly mammoths.
Oh, good enough. For Amy, who wasn't there on Saturday or anything, I've now made it my life's mission that at least one of my characters will have an elephant.
Just get a Loxodon or something.
I want an elephant that I can have as a mount.
Okay.
It can carry 1,320 pounds, and it only costs 200 gold.
I mean, really, what's there not to want about an elephant?
Fuck it. I'll support you, bud.
Okay.
I'm gonna make a Facebook group, Sean's characters, but elephant.
Elephants for Sean's characters.
Yes.
We'll make it a petition.
I'm just trying to work out which is the most likely character to get an elephant, because you've got...
I mean, technically, every single one of my characters can afford it.
Oh,
Apart
yes.
from Seskrath. Seskrath can't.
Seskrath probably can't yet, but he's also possibly in one of the better positions to get an elephant.
Yeah.
So no, he probably doesn't want. Because he doesn't need a pet. He might buy one to eat it.
Alright, so we're kitted out. Look at us, guys. Look at how sexy I am.
Stepped out of the shop in full, fabulous third gear.
Yes. It's like, if any of you played Chrono Trigger, and you know Shala, who's in like a whole purple gear, he looks like that, basically.
I just picture Hal steps out of the shop the first time, and like everything's on backwards. And then he gets pushed back into the shop and comes back out with it the right way round again.
That's adorable.
I imagine also he'd be complaining about the fact that he can't feel the breeze now.
Mm-hmm.
Probably.
But it's okay, because he's got the breeze on his face, and it will have to do for now. When we get to the top of the mountain, there'll be plenty of time to feel the really strong breeze.
Yeah, you'll be alright.
So, you set out from Mulemaster
Yeah.
and follow along the White River. That is 72 miles.
Okay.
Right.
Which, are you guys travelling at a normal speed?
Yes.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
That'll take you about 3 days of travel.
Okay.
Of course it will.
You then get to the point where you have to leave the White River, following the White River, to get along the glacier that takes another 30 days, 30 miles. And
Yeah, I was
that,
gonna say,
sorry,
30 days. Jeez, I've not packed food for this.
It only takes 4 years to complete this quest.
which takes 30 miles, but unfortunately at this point you have to go at a slow pace, and so it
Yeah.
takes you a day and a half.
Of course it does. Woo.
And at this point, you're actually on the glacier. The snow beneath your feet is thick. The wind whistles through and is bitterly cold, even through the cold weather gear that you've got.
Just as Calderax is like trudging along. Remember to kill. How?
It is 90 miles along the glacier, which is going to take you 5 days of travel.
Jeez.
How?
As 5.
Oh.
Assuming you don't get lost.
Speaking of which,
Speaking of which, who's heading the... who's holding the map?
Not how.
How is looking excitedly at the map?
you know, I've got pretty good survival if that's what we've got to roll.
It is a survival check.
What survival do you have?
I got a 9.
I've got a 2, so yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, crack on.
This is where I fail miserably. Oh no.
Okay. You make good progress on the first day, and you start bedding down for the night.
Beddy time.
Setting up the tents and preparing a space. Could I get perception checks from peeps?
Sure.
I don't. Would you? That's
No.
persuasion.
Oh.
15.
And how?
And how?
And how?
15
Also
as well.
15.
I like to think Kaya's busy digging a hole so she can get out the wind.
This is fair. I need to double check the stealth of something real fast.
Snow is a real good block for the wind. I tried it up on the moors once.
Yeah?
Yeah, we built a snow wall. Like, you can bash pieces of snow out in blocks and stack them up. And it was actually relatively warm behind it. It's weird.
I guess it's kind of the same thing as the the igloo.
Yeah, same sort of theory.
Okay. Cool.
I don't like when you say that, John.
I will now take us over to the battle map.
Why,
Ah,
John?
poop.
Why do you want to do that for?
Which I have extensively mapped all possible locations that you could go to based on all the choices you made of this glacier.
There's a lot of
Literally
snow,
dry.
John.
Feels like just snow. It looks like you haven't made anything.
There's a lot of snow, okay?
Good. I like snow.
You're on a glacier. It's lots of snow.
Shut up! I'm on a glacier.
Just in case we're wondering, there's more snow.
I mean, trust me, there's a lot of snow maps I prepared for this.
There's a lot of snow, guys.
There's so much snow in your immediate future.
Of course there is.
Mostly because you also avoided the one route where you could have taken an inside bit at some point.
Yeah.
It's one's fault. This one here.
Literally just as they get up to you, you hear over the sound of the howling wind and a couple of ice spiders, large spiders, leap out of the snow at you.
Fuck you.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, we're having a conversation now. Hi. Does anyone understand clicks?
I don't think they're. The turn order just appeared. I gather they're attacking.
Jesus.
I would just take a nap. You guys sort it out, yeah? Okay.
Of course.
Pyrolis is deep in a hole right now.
Yeah. But she's toasty warm.
Not far. Oh. What have I got? That's...
You fucking joking?
Oh.
What have I got that's fire based?
Your mom. Did you know your mother was actually a fire genasi? She was hot.
No, she wasn't. She's human. It's all good.
Well, my mom was a tiefling. She didn't know hellish rebuke though.
That is not an ice spider character sheet. There it is.
I don't think Malsbury ever learned it as well.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Oh, hi.
Malzare. Does an 11 hit you?
It does not.
So the spider runs up on legs, 8 of them to be precise, rears back, and just belches out a string of web, and you just dodge to the side.
Okay.
Wait, these spiders shoot web out of their faces?
Yeah, they're weird.
There was me thinking the spiders would fart the web at you.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
No. Just point to it. No.
No.
How
will run up to the spider and hit it, I guess?
That will tend to be what he'd do. I mean, he'd possibly say something to it first, but...
Hi!
Although, admittedly, it has just attacked one of his friends, so he probably wouldn't. He'd probably realise it's bad.
He'd probably say that was very mean to my friend.
He
That was not nice.
manages to hit it twice.
Get on, how?
And then he will flurry of blows.
Kick him in the dick.
When did we stop calling it Flurry of Bros?
It's still on his character sheet of flurry of blows,
Okay.
where he will hit it a further once. Just runs up, swings the quarterstaff round, poof, poof, and then blasts out at it with a burst of air, and just poof, the snow behind it. Poof. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Does a 16 hit his armor class? It does not. The spider runs up and launches out with a pair of mandibles at Hao, and Hao just ducks under. Which one are you? You are that one. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
I mean, I'm not liking this bunch that are trying to, get up in my space.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Calderax, does a natural 20, 25 hit your armor class?
Natural 20, you say?
Yes.
No. It does hit me, but...
Okay, you... 25.
Yeah.
You are restrained.
No. No, fuck! That's my job!
You are restrained by a cold webbing.
Can I retract the Sentinel Death's Door right
Don't think it...
Because technically it's like...
Yeah, it doesn't actually do anything extra.
So...
Yeah, I'll say you can.
That's right then. I don't want to waste a fucking thing on that.
At the start of your turn, which is now,
Yes.
you take 1 point of cold damage.
No.
Oh.
You can, on your turn, try to burst out of it as an action.
Like the beautiful butterfly you are.
Well, I have no real choice because pretty much any spell I want to do requires somatic components, so I need to be unrestrained to do them, I'm assuming. Pretty sure that's how somatic components work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to have to try to do that thing.
You can do it,
Which is
babe.
strength.
It is a strength check, yes.
You say I could do it. It's unlikely.
You burst out of the webbing.
I do! Yay!
Is there anything you'd like to do as a bonus action?
I'm going to take a step back.
Okay.
Unless I'm assuming I can still move.
Oh yeah, you can do still do your full movement.
And any bonuses. I don't think there's anything I can really do as a bonus. No, I'm not going to do anything as a bonus.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
John, what did you say these non-spider things are?
They appear to be small creatures that look like animated icicles. They're just flapping on little wings.
Nice.
I don't like how they're ominously moving towards me.
You're a dick.
An 8.
Nope.
Malzere.
Bye, bitches.
Malzere just disappears.
Actually, I'll move to that spot instead. Okay, done.
And you just see feet. because, you know, that's a really cool special effect on television.
Yeah.
These things... Yeah, if you're in their webs, they'd see you, but they can't without that. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Caldrax just said BRB, so I'm going to hit him while he's not here.
Right.
Rude.
Rolled a 24 to hit.
No, I'm sure that just missed.
So that's 4 points of damage.
Your 4 points of damage.
Sorry, I'm just doing some maths on the stream.
Sorry.
And then this one, which is
Why
the only
ever
one.
would you need maths, John?
Because apparently I haven't yet put Caldrax and Malzerate up to level 9 on D&D Beyond.
Oh, we'll level 9.
Oh, okay.
We'll level 9
5,
some
10,
time ago, won't we?
15, 20,
That's
25, 30.
Point to that one as well, and she goes, no.
Pyrolus.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna end up swamped by these little shits, aren't I? Are they looking at me like...
No. Make me an insight or perception check.
Does that take up my turn?
No, I'll allow you to do this, just because you've been
Okay.
watching them as they move.
Insight.
They aren't heading towards you. They are heading to your pile of gear.
Oh.
That's nice.
We'll shout at others. These ones are going for our stuff. Where is our gear on this map, John? Like, down here somewhere?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's like behind where you started over here somewhere.
Can you mark it?
I'll put a marker down for stuff. We'll use our standard I don't have a token for this thing.
Thing. Aw, our stuff is beautiful. I want to marry her.
You want to marry both of them?
Yeah. My stuff harem.
Okay, I'm going to...
Effectively, like where you've laid out bed rolls and started to set up tents and things.
I'm gonna go here and... two-handed... Oh, hang on.
Hang on a minute.
Hang on a minute. I'm gonna do a green flame blade
Okay.
on my two-handed. So which one do I need to roll first?
I believe if you roll green... Oh, good question.
I can never remember because each time I think I'm wrong.
I think if you click green flame blade, it will let us know. Yep, that's the damage. So if you roll me a two-handed strike, there's a
Or
burst of
attempt to.
heat as you summon the Pyre Maul, and that collides with the ice method.
Okay, so that does hit
So
you.
that does hit. Roll me the damage. So he takes Jeebus.
Not stealing my stuff, you little shit.
His form just shatters. You do take... make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay. You take 2 points of damage as the icicle just explodes, and jagged ice just cuts into you, and you just sort of turn away so that it's not more serious. And who is target number 2 of the green flame blade?
I'm gonna step forward.
So one of these two has been hit by it and takes the 7 points of damage.
This one.
Okay. So as you swing the pyramol, the green flame curls around the top of the head of the hammer, slams into the first creature, and as it explodes, the flames leap to the second one, and you just see it turn, look at the flames coming in, and just shriek a little bit. It's not... And it seems to be much more effective than you were expecting it to be.
I mean, I was hoping it was going to be pretty effective.
So that's your movement and action. Is there anything you'd like to do as a bonus action?
I don't think so, because I don't want to, like, faff about with Hexblade Curse or anything like that at the moment, I don't think. Yeah, I'll keep it as is.
Sean.
Ooh, actually, no. Can I step forward?
Yes.
I want to be here.
Under the sea.
Sean, while you were gone, you were bitten by a spider.
Great.
Could you make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Constitution saving throw.
You can do it.
You got this.
So you take...
You legit got this.
You really got this. You take 3 points of damage.
-3.
You okay?
I just had I needed to go do something, and I had to go all the way downstairs in order to do it, like the bottom floor, and then run all the way back up.
That's fair.
Not stairs.
Okay, Spider's turn. Spider is going to attempt to bite Hal.
Yeah, I mean, no!
That does hit. So that's 8 points of damage to Hal.
God damn it, how?
And a Constitution saving throw from Hal that he passes, so he takes 6 points of damage. And this one is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45.
I'll be right back.
And just swoops down to grab the gear.
Knew I should have got closer to that little shit.
Hal is going to swing a quarterstaff at the first spider again. Hits it and knocks it unconscious. And then swings at spider number 2 and misses it with that, and is going to go patient defense. This ice spider is then going to attempt to bite Hal, and manages to do it with rolling a natural 20 and a higher, well, not higher, high number, higher than his armor class. So Hal takes... He didn't take the natural 20.
Oh, that's right.
He was... The spider's at disadvantage because of...
Oh, yeah, there's patient defense.
Yeah. Hal makes the Constitution saving throw again, so takes 4 points of damage this time. He's not looking too good, though. It's adding up.
I'm back.
Sean, the small ice creature in front of you,
Yeah.
breathes in and just lets out a breath of freezing cold air. Make me a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity saving throws. No.
You take 6 points of cold damage.
I also take 1 point of just stabbed myself in the finger damage.
Ouch.
So that was 6.
6, yeah.
Okay.
Just freezing cold air, just
You just cold burped on me.
basically. This spider, not seeing Malzere, is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20 and try to attack Hal with disadvantage. Still rolls high enough, damn it. These spiders are rolling well now. Hal makes another Constitution save. And doesn't succeed.
No.
Oh dear.
What does that mean?
Well, that means he takes 8 points of damage. So bringing Hal was 8 plus 6. And he is now poisoned.
Oh, I don't like that.
Oh no, it doesn't. It just means he takes...
Oh.
No, he is... Must be... If the penalty is really... Oh no, it's only if it reduces him to 0. Cool.
Oh.
Caldorax.
Right. Okay, well, I've got a spider in front of me, but then this thing is rummaging through our stuff, is that right?
Yes. It's basically like where you've started to lay out tents and put down packs for the night.
So either I need to deal with him or deal with the spider or heal Hal. I could give Hal a little bit of heals in the
Just
form
a
of
little
healing
bit.
word. But I can't give him much. Well, technically, hang on. What is it? I can't remember the spell that it is. That one. Range. I can give him a fair amount of health, but it will hurt me.
Oh.
How ouchy is How looking?
4d8.
How is
Ouch,
looking
how-
very ouchy right now.
But if I could do life transference on him, which is an action, but in which will give him, well, to do life transference, I have to take 4d8 necrotic damage, but he gets twice as much of that back.
Right.
Or I just do a healing word, well, he'll get basically nothing.
Up to you.
Or I attack one of these fuckers. I think I'm going to have to try and kill... I'm going to have to try and aim at this icy dude.
Okay.
Near our bags. So I'm going to attempt a guiding bolt on him. 18?
That'll hit.
I'm going to do that as high as I can muster without being too overkill. How many? I've got a 4th level. I've got a 4th level I can burn. Oh. 23,
23.
yeah.
The bolt of radiant energy just bursts into him, and you can see the light form within the ice, and he just and explodes into little tiny ice shards.
And then healing word howl.
Okay.
A healing word. I'll do that at 3. So
14.
14. What do you get? And that will be me done.
So then it is this ice spider that will. Hold on a second, he was up here. 5, 10, 15.
What's an ice spider's favorite game?
What?
I Spy.
No.
So he has advantage on this attack, but he has disadvantage because of patient defense, so it's a straight roll. He doesn't hit.
Oh.
Hal just grabs at the mandibles and holds them back.
The mandibles. I love that word.
Malzere.
Me! Okay, I've got a plan.
That's
I
nice.
just need to know where to go for it. 10, 15? Yeah, here. I will use Thunder Wave, and it will get all 3 of the beetles around here, but it won't hit Hal. Hal will be good.
Okay.
And so will Cal, conveniently.
You just see again the little ice footsteps in the snow as Malzere walks over. And then there's a and the snow just fires up into the air. And 3 Constitution saving throws.
What?
Fail.
No.
Pass. Fail.
It's 16 on a pass.
Is it a 16?
If it 16 if it passes.
Yeah.
And if the other one's alive, then he'll be pushed back.
Neither of the 2 that passed are alive anymore. Their parts just kind of.
I gathered.
Is the one that survived that makes the test pushed?
Oh, actually, he might not
I don't
be.
think they are as making the save.
He just looks cool then.
He just kind of resolves the snow, just and there's just kind of this massive dent in the snow centered on where Malzere would be if you could see him.
Beautiful.
Calderax, a very damaged spider in front of you, lunges out and rolls a 12 to hit.
No.
Pyrolus.
Hello. I mean, I'm gonna do the same again. So let's try the. I will green flame blade, but I'll do this first.
That'll hit.
Sweet. Then I do that and that.
Could you make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
I can try.
No.
Or not.
This time, even though you were expecting it, you're just a bit too late to turn away, and you take the full 5 points of damage as the icicle creature explodes.
Pew!
Okay.
Parallel.
How is Hal looking at this point?
He's not too bad. The healing really helped, and the fact that 2 of the spiders just exploded has also assisted him greatly. He has got kind of a covering of snow on one side and like spider guts and legs sort of sticking out of one side of him where he's been coated in the snow that got thrown up when Malzere did the spell.
And how's Caldrax looking?
I'm fine at the moment.
Okay. In which case,
If I were to put my level of health on a scale from 72 to 1, I am at 64.
Oh, okay. Yeah, doing alright. I will, assuming that Malzere will go and help Caldrax.
Yeah.
I will, if I'm here, John, does that give Hal
Yes.
advantage? There we go.
So you swing, the creature explodes in your face, and then you just run away from the shards. And then it is Hal's turn, and Hal will swing... That's not Hal.
That's not how at all, John.
That character sheet can go away, because they're all dead. He is going to swing his quarterstaff twice with advantage. And hit twice with his quarterstaff, and he's going to deal some amount of damage. The amount is 10.
Nice.
Get on Hal.
And then he's going to swing around with a flurry of blows. And sort of, as part of the swinging the quarterstaff round, digs it into the ground, swirls round on it, and kicks the spider twice in the face. And hits with 2 air bursts.
That boy is on fire today.
Right in the spoodery face. Right in there.
Cal.
Hello.
Hi.
I am going to attempt. How much does that give me? So yeah, I'm going to attempt a vampiric touch
Okay.
on this
Nice.
mofo. 27,
That'll hit.
and I'm just doing it at its 3rd level. 7, I get 3 back. It's half the amount that I take from him.
Okay, yeah, that's 3 points of healing.
And as a bonus, I will do another healing word on Hal, just in case. But
Okay.
only at first.
So 8 more points of healing to him.
I'm gonna get on the thing. Plus 3 for me.
And then I'm going to roll a d6. 1, 2, 3, it attacks Hal. 4, 5, 6, it attacks Pyrolis. It attacks Hal.
Of course it does.
It hits Hal with a 22.
Some bitch.
So Hal takes 10 points of damage from the bite, and then makes a con saving throw. Succeeds in the con saving throw, so only takes half of the poison damage, which is 4 more points of damage. Malzere.
Yee. Alright, what's left? Ooh, okay, right.
2 spiders that are looking very...
I'm trying to think of what spell.
John, that's a very offensive word.
Oh dear, I'm sure his mother was a saint.
I'm pretty sure. Alright, I'll do Dissonant Whispers
Against?
against the one that's attacking Cal.
Okay.
Third level. 22.
That's what saving throw?
Wisdom.
He rolled a 5.
Yep, 22. And now he's spooked. He better run away. Oh. Yeah, well, he ran away literally.
He collapses to the ground. He had 3 points of health left.
And then I'll poke Cal just to spook him.
I use my reaction to try and grab the thing up.
Footsteps. Yeah.
Oh, what would I roll?
Athletics check, I guess.
Athletics. 4.
You, Malzray, you see it coming a mile away and just duck under and poke him. Pyrolus.
I'm gonna do the same thing that I've been doing so far.
Same thing we do
Okay.
every night, Pinky.
You're at advantage.
Oh yeah. Let's click that one again then.
Much better.
Still just misses. Literally by 1 point.
Poop.
Dang it! I don't think there's anything else I can do.
I mean, if
I don't
you're
have to attack the pyramid, do I?
if you're not casting Grieve Flame Blade, you do attack twice.
Yeah, screw it. Let's not have a flame blade.
That one, however, will hit. And you just bring the hammer down, and there's a burst of fire. And the armour on the spider's back just...
Nice.
Big goops everywhere. Goops.
And luckily you managed to stop the mephits before they threw your stuff in the ravine.
Little
So
bastards.
So you continue to set up camp for the night.
remember to kill. How?
You set up your tents, you set up your bedrolls, you all four climb into your two separate tents.
Who's sharing with who?
I'm assuming I'm sharing with Hal.
Well, no, the lady should share, so that means you and Cal.
Says the one who mainly dresses as a woman.
Well, I like dressing as a woman.
You call me the woman.
Well, you have a womanliness to you.
Says
Malteray,
the one who dresses as a woman.
is this just a voice on the wind, or can they see you now?
Oh, it will drop after a minute, yeah.
Malteray reappears.
Aye.
Dressed in his winter dress that he bought.
Yeah,
Alright.
I mean, you two continue your discussion on who's the lady in your whatever that is.
Alright, well, I'm just saying that. I mean, if you two want to share, that's fine, but with us two being tieflings, we could give you more heat.
We are very toasty warm.
I mean, yeah, not necessarily a bad idea. Anything that helps the sleep would be worth it. God knows
Imagine
we're
how-
going.
A look of disappointment flashes across Hal's face for a minute.
Oh well.
Unless Al
We've-
wants to. I mean, I suppose you two have been together longer, so it might be better for you two to be together.
Oh yeah, that's true. Let's leave them to it.
We'll sit
Okay.
back to while we're all toasty.
Don't burn your tent down.
I don't know hellish rebuke. I can't.
And I don't want to hear any dodgy noises in the night.
Oh, we'll be on our best behavior. Hope you guys are too.
Promise nothing.
Can I get from all of you with advantage a Constitution saving throw?
Okay. So we have to death, I would assume. Hang on, just get my spells back.
With advantage.
Whoa!
Come on, everyone else. Damn it,
No.
pour it down.
Con. Ow.
21.
Okay. Pyrolus.
Yeah.
Even sharing a tent with Hal, just the sheer amount of the cold that you've been through today and this isn't just sort of overnight. This is over the whole course of the day has eventually built up to this. There's just an aching in your limbs, in your joints from the wind and the cold. You don't get a very restful night's sleep, and you take 1 point of exhaustion.
Rude. How do I put this on a sheet? Does it go somewhere?
It does if it's been turned on. Let me turn on exhaustion tracking for you.
I was going to say, I feel like there was a thing I saw once where it went on a sheet, but...
So you should now have it just under the hit dice.
Ah, yes. 1. Disadvantage on ability checks. Okay. Note self-changing sleeping arrangements the next night. How many nights have we got anyway?
If the guide checks go well, there are 5 days before you get to the monastery.
Okay.
At which point if we fail every single one, yeah.
Yeah.
Bad shit.
Yeah.
Does my fireball give off heat?
Not enough to really...
What, so I can't just hug it while I sleep?
Not really.
Dang it.
It will warm the tent, but it's not enough to sort of put off the sheer cold that's in this environment.
Yeah.
I'll have it as a sword and have it tucked down the back of my jacket so I've got a bit of extra warmth.
But you do all get a long rest.
Yay.
Well, that's good.
And you get the normal healing from that.
I didn't need any anyways.
The normal healing from that being back to full?
Back to full health.
Hey.
But you do not recover your exhaustion.
No.
Oh well.
But yeah, all spells come back, all
Clearly should have worn an extra pair of socks.
hit points, are restored, etc.
Eat, miss, eat.
Sean, I assume that you on day 2 will continue to be the guide.
I may be the best one suited.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Could I get a survival check from you, please?
Hang on, make sure I'm not on advantage. I am no longer on advantage. Up. 23!
Nice.
Okay, you continue to lead through what is basically white wilderness with heavy snowfall. The distance that you can see is greatly reduced. You're just trudging through the snow. It's freezing cold. You've got your
house fall.
You've got your snowshoes on at this point. You've got your snow goggles down to keep the snow out of the eyes and keep the glare off the snow.
So Hal can't see you glaring at him.
That's the only thing. That's how I did so well on the Constitution save. It's just my burning hatred for Hal currently.
At about the midpoint in the afternoon, can I get perception checks from everyone? Pyrolis, you are at disadvantage.
No. My goggles have fogged up.
It's just because you're tired and you can't quite keep your eyes open.
Oh wait, hang on.
No, there's fog in my goggles.
That too.
Because apparently we're not going to roll above a 15 for perception today.
Apparently not.
No?
Let me see if I'm going to roll as well for my stealth this time. No. Calderax, Howe, and Malzare. About the midpoint of the afternoon, you see 4 large humanoid shapes lumbering through the snow up ahead.
Lumbering through the snow.
They appear to have white fur and are blending into this environment very well.
I point out this to the rest of the party.
Okay.
Can we roll like a nature or something to see if we know what it is?
Yeah. Shan, Pyrus is still at disadvantage for this.
Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at disadvantage unless you tell me otherwise.
Cool.
Nature. No!
You can't recall really anything at the moment. It's just
I
so
try to think
cold.
back and my brain's just going cold hands, cold hands, cold hands, cold hands, cold hands.
Would anybody else like to roll a nature check to see if they know?
I'd like to try. Oh, fuck you, Cal.
Oh, you might get better than me. No, you won't get
Cold
better.
hands, cold hands, cold hands, cold
Cold
hands.
hands. This is what I get. Fingerless gloves.
Calderax, you think back to books that you've read, and you remember stories of mountain monsters, of abominable snowmen, of the Yeti.
Fucking Yeti.
And it appears that there are 4 Yetis in some sort of a hunting pack ahead of you. They don't seem to have noticed you yet.
They look like Yetis, probably hunting. Not seen us yet.
Yetis.
Yetis, yes.
Are they coming this way?
Their path will bring them in your direction, yes.
Their path will bring us in their direction, in our direction. Whatever. They might see us if we don't do something.
Can we find a hill or something to duck behind until they pass?
You can attempt to hide.
Is it worth doing that? Group?
Unless we want to fight 4 Yetis?
Yes.
Unless we want to fight 4 Yetis in a blizzard. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Fuck.
Someone's gonna have to give me a hand.
I'll try.
Okay. If you are helping, you can all make me stealth checks at normal.
Okay.
Because
Oh.
Just trying to see if there's any like spell. I don't think I've got anything that can. Well, I do have something. Hold on.
I don't. Well, I've got invisibility, but that's no point really.
I'm trying to remember what it is. It's too late. Some people have already rolled. So
Sorry.
what are you thinking?
I was going to try and enhance ability on someone
Okay.
and give Cat's grace, but because target has advantage on all dexterity checks. I'm assuming would include
That would include a stealth check, yes.
health as well because it uses dex. But yeah, I don't think it's going to help because obviously it's just going to bring Pi up to. I suppose I could bring Pi up to standard.
I'm Pi's up to standard because Malzare is offering the help action.
In which case I could bring myself up to it because I think I technically am still wearing heavy armor.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm going to do that thing. I'm going to go blip, just level 2, and I'm going to roll with standard standard practice. 16.
Okay. Pyrolus, can you make me a stealth check? Again, you are at normal because Malzere is helping you out.
I did.
It didn't load the first time. So there you go. Now you've got.
Okay.
Now you can have the first one again.
And I'm going to roll for their perception as they come past. And you just watch as they lumber through the snow. You can see they've got... they've not got weapons with them. They've just got mightily sharp claws. And you can see them sniffing the air. And they just... and just wander straight past you.
Definitely telling how to stay quiet and not try to make friends with them.
And they just disappear off into the distance.
Fuck you.
Okay. I like to think that because Miles was so low, the way he was making sure that Pi was hidden was just T-posing in front of her.
Just hide behind me. They won't see you.
Either that or your tail was sticking out.
God damn it.
So yeah, you continue the rest of the day and camp up for the evening. You dig a little snow hole and set your tents up.
Yeah.
Could I get constitution checks from everyone, please?
My disadvantage again.
I
Would it be
believe...
more than normal for Pi because she's got disadvantage? She was doing advantage last time.
1 minute, let me double check the exhaustion level 1. It is just on ability checks, so you are at advantage.
Oh, phew.
Advantage for, do you say constitution?
Yes.
Constitution saving throw.
Give me a second, mine's frozen.
Get it. 1 for me.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
What? What happened?
Oh dear.
I just rolled 2 1s with advantage.
Hal rolled a 9 and Pyrolus rolled a 9.
Oh my guys!
So...
Okay, I'll save the day.
So we all need to pile into one tent tonight.
I'm going to turn on exhaustion tracking for more people now.
I've already turned it off for me, so...
Because Hal now has 1 level of exhaustion and Pyrolus is up to 2 levels.
And I am on 1, 2.
Balls.
And I'm just big chill.
Why
What
does
do I get
Pirate
now?
awesome? Oh, there we go. I got it.
Now my speed's halved as well.
Yeah, so with level 2 your speed is half.
Just having a cracking day here, guys.
We might die. Because how much more do we have to travel?
Another 3 days, at least, if we don't get lost, which now the person who was guiding is now at disadvantage.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Though one of us could maybe help to get that to normal.
In theory.
I could try.
It's Hal's name, How.
For basically the way that the D&D Beyond app does it is it does the emote X character is exhausted, but when you emote on Roll20, it says your name already.
Yeah, so I'm Pyrolus Brim.
I'm Greg. I'm Cataract.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically, like, the emote, if you'd like to /EM, you can say that you are doing something.
Okay.
And it will put your name is doing the thing.
John, you're not supposed to be dancing about excited that we're busy dying.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anywho, I'm assuming that's our long rest done.
That is your long rest. You would recover all your health and any spells that you had lost.
I lost 1 spell.
Or spent, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then onwards.
And then onwards. So Malzere, are you assisting with the guiding in this day?
Yes.
So Calderax, make me a check
Normal.
with normal.
Oh,
Okay. Cool. That is the minimum required to not get lost.
thank God.
Most of the time, visibility is bad. Snow swirls around you, a harsh biting wind, while grey clouds block Lathander's gaze. On occasion, the icy veil lifts just enough for you to spot the mountain rising out of the glacier, helping you navigate towards the monastery. It is one of the spells of good weather while within the cover of the icy teeth, when all of a sudden the snow in front of you collapses into a cloud of steam. A blue centipede-like creature the size of a large horse with a wing-like fins behind its head, steam rising from its skin, hisses at you. Behind it, the now disappeared snow reveals a large cavern, several large eggs revealing you have stumbled upon a nest.
Ah, poop.
It appears that your luck has turned and you have finally met the fabled worms of the glacier.
Oh.
Is this a good thing or a bad thing? Can't remember.
Fuck
So
you.
I have a plan. I can dimension doors the fuck out of here if we don't want to fight this thing.
I mean, can you dimension door all four of us or just one of us?
Just one, but I could come back.
I
How does...
Oh, actually, wait, no, I can only make 3 trips. So I'd have to.
I
I can
could,
only take 2 of you.
I could misty step myself away turn by turn.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm assuming we're gonna have to roll our initiative anyway, regardless.
Yes, could I get initiatives, please?
I don't wanna.
2.14.
That's a good roll.
Initiative. Am I normal for that?
Yes.
I still got higher than you.
I didn't actually get it on the sheet because I hadn't clicked on myself, but you know.
Because I have no dexterity and no strength. I've got everything in wisdom and charisma.
Because Calderax is Big Chungus.
Like, literally everything is in charisma and wisdom.
Oops.
He's still got some hot muscles, though.
Right.
And then how?
How?
God!
It was Hal's turn for the natural one.
It's my turn on the nat one.
Malzere.
Me! Okay, so we find this thing we running.
It's hissing at
Why?
you. There is a cavern behind it with a nest in it and a number of eggs. And you can sort of see one very small one just moving around inside the nest, recently hatched.
Oh. Alright, so, this thing's clearly a mum, so I don't think we should kill it.
Make me a nature check.
Oh, I don't like the sound of that. I can't find by nature. There it is.
From what Lil you know about these creatures, if this was an adult, it'd be a lot bigger.
Oh.
This is one of the back.
This is older brother.
Even so, this is kind of a family unit.
And also, we maybe might not want to piss it off too much because it might call in parent.
Give me 2 seconds.
What are you doing, Mal?
I am. I'm going to assume their
Considering
movement
life
speed is quite
options.
wide.
You can assume.
Do we have the ability to back away?
I mean, you can do that.
Yeah, you can attempt it.
I'm gonna be fucking murdered for this.
Are you?
Alright,
I mean, I've just thought of another plan as well, but yeah, go for it.
alright, Miles Ray will kind of have that look of Miles Ray.exe stop working as he's like, oh shit. He'll look at Hal, who's clearly not really paying attention. He'll grab his arm, look at the other two, and just be like, good luck!
Where are you going?
I'm gonna say, with the direction of where the map was taking us, that direction.
So 500 feet directly along the route that you were taking.
Yes.
So Malzere and Hal just...
Looks at Calderax. Oh shit.
Well, let's see if we can do this as a surprise to everyone else, and hopefully this thing isn't strong in this area I want it to be.
Calderax.
Hold on. I don't need another creature targeted. So, this is going to be a GM.
Okay. That is... It rears up.
I then just grab Pyrolus's hand. We have 1 minute and run.
And
Okay, I'm on half speed, remember?
I'm with you.
dragging Pyrolus along, you know, she's trying to run, but the ache in her bones, her joints, and you're pretty much just dragging her, pulling her along as you run. You eventually catch up to Hal and Malzere, who have just 500 feet away over the course of several rounds of dragging Pyrolus along. You catch up with the other two.
Oh, you're alive.
I suggest we keep running.
Oh, okay.
just run.
I like to think by this point Pyrolus is pretty much like just being dragged along the floor.
Pyrolus just kind of has one arm up, like laying down on the back.
She fell over some way back and has just been dragged.
God damn it.
Eventually you stop running, and I think between Calderax and Hal and possibly Malzere, if he will assist, you sort of carry Pyrolus for the run. And eventually you decide that you've managed to get far enough away from the creature, and you carry on your journey.
Once we get to a point where we stop running, as next time we're taking the good road.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought I'm kind of been warming up to this road, you know.
You can shut up.
Pyrolus from the floor. Yeah, I agree. Like,
Did I set up that one?
So I told Michael what's going on, and I just said, "Don't worry, they got out safe." Yeah, they better had.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, I've now got banishment.
Alright, so we keep going?
The bane of John's life. I've got banishment.
It just means I have to add in more monsters for you to not be able to banish.
I don't plan on using it very often. It's just that we're not in a position to fight.
It's just when Malzerain nopes out like that, you kind of don't have a choice.
Malzerain decides to abandon us.
I'm sorry, I've been wanting to use that
No,
spell for so long now.
it's going to take a lot of explaining for you to get out of Caldrax's bad books now. Oh,
I'll just put this monster away, don't worry. I wasn't excited to use the Ramoraz.
Sorry.
It's fine, I've already used one at the weekend.
yeah, you did.
I already used one anyways.
I don't need you. Okay, so that's day 3 travelled.
Okay.
You set up your tents.
Tenty booty.
Is tent time going to be awkward now, Cal?
Caldrax is just like as far away as he can be from now.
You'll forgive me tomorrow.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
Hal spends a few hours apologising profusely to Pyrolis. And also shivering.
Alright, so Con?
So yes, can I get a Constitution saving throw at advantage from everybody, please?
Boy!
That was to John, but yes.
That's fine.
Constitution.
Yay! What did Cal roll?
An 18.
Nice.
So you got a 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Hey.
So Pyrolis,
Yeah.
you don't gain another point of exhaustion this night.
Hey.
However,
No.
you do at one point during the night.
No.
Just die. Roll me a death save.
You just die. You just die. Your shifting over to the nicer music for this. Your vision shifts, and
Ooh.
despite the normal heat when you dream of this place, the normal warmth that comes from being in a blacksmith's,
Yeah.
it is still bitterly cold.
Okay.
It's pervading even the dream. The fire is still stoked. You can see it. You can hear the pounding of metal of your mentor and patron. But the cold of where you're physically located is even pervading this place. And your patron turns to you with a warm smile.
What the fuck are you doing up here?
And offers to spend the night showing you more metal work. When suddenly there's a tearing sound, and the stonework on the ground of the blacksmith just rips open, and there's a void, a black, shapeless, amorphous void just in front of you in the ground.
Okay.
And your patron goes silent and just looks into it, and a tentacle of the darkness just whips out and around her mouth, and she just goes silent. and you just hear in your head, not even coming from everywhere at the same time, the word release just echoes through your head.
Oh. Right.
And then the vision just goes blank.
Okay. And I assume I wake up?
Yes.
Do I have any idea what that might be linked to?
No.
And it's not something I've ever seen in any other dreams.
No, you've regularly dreamed of the blacksmith, you've regularly dreamed of working there, of taking the wisdom from your patron, of casual conversations, of learning how to fight or how to forge.
Yeah. Okay.
This has never occurred.
I will make a point to have a conversation, I think, with Calderax in the morning.
Okay.
About it.
You eventually manage to fall back to sleep for the rest of the night and do benefit from a full long rest, if a slightly interrupted one.
Cool.
Again, the cold in this place stops you from recovering the exhaustion, but you do manage to take the full rest and recover any spell slots that might have been spent.
Spell slots. Spell slots. Do it. Spell slots.
And the following morning eventually arrives.
Somewhere echoing over the hills. Holy fuck, it's morning!
Not quite been made yet.
No. He's
Getting
still
closer.
It's a weird telling of
Echoing
what's to
back
come.
through time.
Yeah. Mountains work in mysterious ways.
They do.
Yeah, I think upon waking up, she will tentatively tell How about it.
I will
kind of-
not react to this, but assume that we can discuss this with Michael at some point, how this goes.
Okay. And then, regardless of what response she gets from How, she would probably go and tell Calderax as well. I assume she kind of... I mean, do you knock at a tent? Yeah, screw it. Let's go with. She'll just go stand outside and just be like, Cal.
Oh, but Ted.
A weird thing happened in a dream I had last night. I don't know whether any of it makes any sense, but I figured it might be worth you knowing.
Okay, gets out of tent.
So I...
It's all coupled.
Yeah, kind of. We'll probably... I think I would have dug out a corner somewhere that's not as windy and go and sit in that. So normally in my dream it's quite, I'm in a blacksmith quite a lot, learning But it was different this time. It was... The cold was there, unsurprising given, really cold. But there was a big crack in the floor and a... What was it, tentacle, John?
Sort of an amorphous void and a whip-like tentacle shot out.
Does any of that make any sense to you? Have you heard that anywhere? It doesn't make any sense to me, and I'm just trying to figure out what to...
I'm assuming it hasn't. I've not heard anything of that like before.
You have heard of dreams being a way that certain beings communicate. You would be fairly familiar with warlocks and clerics and paladins all receiving messages in their sleep from their patron deity or their patron other.
Yeah.
You might have heard of powerful entities interrupting said communications or getting in the way of such communications, or sending their own messages piggybacking on the same sort of familiar setting to put the person at ease, although that would have to be a very powerful entity to be able to do that sort of thing, especially if it was an interruption of a creature. It would have to be more powerful than whatever was sending the initial message. If it was just otherwise, it would have to have great knowledge of what the correct setting is.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of things being able to break into communications with patrons and deity things, but usually the thing is very powerful. I don't know what the thing that broke into your dream might be, but it's something to be wary of.
Yeah. I'll have to keep an eye on it. Maybe following dreams will make more sense.
Maybe, but it's at the same time it might. I'm not fully knowledgeable about the communications of warlocks, but they tend to have normally darker connotations. And I can't say how certain entities might be able to use said dreams.
Yeah.
Be careful,
Yeah.
I don't really say be careful.
As careful as I can in a dream, anyway.
Well, in dreams you tend to have some sort of control at the very least. So try to exert any control you can.
Yeah. Thanks.
Sorry.
It's just really unnerving, and with this cold, I almost doubt myself slightly.
I mean, it might just be a trick of the mind that's done it, but it's a little too specific. I mean, if it was
Yeah.
cold, it would be like, I don't know, maybe the forge would have gone out or something like that. But the fact it's like a black tendril, a void tendril, like that doesn't really make sense with the.
No. Well, I'll have to keep an eye on it. I thought I'd let you know a bit in case.
Yeah, cool. Thank you for letting me know.
Hal knows too.
Well, keep us informed, and if there's anything worrying you, we can try and do our best to help if we can.
Yeah, I think it's just, keeping people aware seems to make sense. We're in a group in a fairly perilous situation at the moment, so
Yeah.
don't want to add any more danger if I can help it.
Cool. Now, I have to continue ignoring Malzere because he was horrible.
Yeah, how did the pair of you sleep last night?
I slept fine. Don't know about him.
I mean, that's good at least. Can't have any more of us feeling this shattered.
Another fun-filled day of traveling today.
Yeah, we best get going, really.
Yep.
Malzare's still in the tent, and you just start folding it up.
Just like literally pull the tent pole down. And...
It's just a Malzere-sized lump.
Yeah.
Malzare's just sat in there sulking.
He's not sulking, he's just snoozing still.
Then as soon as he Calderax will pull the tent pole out so the tent collapses, and then swiftly boots Malzere.
Oh, why?
Time to get up.
Oh, Joy, you're an asshole.
At least I don't shut the dimension door away from your friend.
Yeah, well, I knew you could handle yourself,
stop.
mate. Shut the fuck up. I will help you put the tent away.
Will ignore you the entire time.
Well, I'm so sorry. I thought you could be a big boy and handle things yourself. Fine, I'll help you like the child you are.
Look to him
Yeah.
with a look of very large amount of disappointment.
Malzere winks.
I'm not particularly mad that you dimension door one of us away. However, one of us was exhausted and could barely walk, and had shown that she was struggling all day.
Yeah.
And you chose to save the one that we have seen cross a room in moments.
It was heat at the moment, you know?
Think before you do.
I'm sorry.
I will consider your apology. Continued.
Okay.
You spend the day trudging through the snow.
I will apologize to Pi at some point as well.
Do you want to roleplay that now?
Go on then.
Well, he'll just say sorry. Like, I didn't think it through. Hal looked distracted, so I took him in the moment. I'm sorry.
That's okay. At least we got out of it.
Cool.
Hopefully,
Great. Moving on.
yeah. Hopefully, we won't have another requirement to escape quite that quickly. But
I mean, it's a pretty good spell. Alright, well, I'll be more considerate.
Walking.
Caldorax, are you getting assistance with reading the map again?
I mean, we've still got our exhaustion, haven't we?
Yes.
So I would need assistance from anyone.
Oh
really.
boy, look at that. 3.
3?
Dink. And dink. 3 bots.
Ooh. We're getting popular.
1 bot. 2 bots. 3 bots all banned.
So if anyone wants to help me with the survivally check.
Well, I
Assumes-
would help you, but you're ignoring me.
Yeah, I would help.
Screw you.
So you can make the check with a normal.
Anyone?
You spend the day walking
And ignoring that.
and ignoring Mal. And early in the afternoon, you see off in the distance, for just a minute, a humanoid figure, a female, walking in the distance.
Ooh.
And then you think, oh, it couldn't be. We're miles from anywhere. That doesn't make any sense. Why? And as you get closer and closer,
It's a rock. Looks like a woman.
you eventually see a huge female standing about 12 feet tall, with long braided hair and geometrical tattoos on her face, carrying variously beautifully carved bone charms. Hello there.
Right?
Hey?
What are you doing out here? I'm doing a thing.
I love that voice.
I don't know. Really?
Mal just trying not to laugh, just having a stroll off.
You look positively frozen.
But me? No,
Wait.
no, I'm fine. I'm fine. These others not so much.
No, her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not doing too well.
Where are you going?
To... I'm going to insight check. Can I insight check?
Yeah, you can insight check.
Make sure I've got... then again, no, it's a disadvantage, isn't it?
Yes.
So... Come on. Well,
She seems to just be genuinely interested in finding out where you're going and making sure that, oh dear, Pyrolus went away. Finding, like, keeping you safe. You can tell from her general outfit that she's dressed like a druid or a ranger, but sort of scaled up.
Yeah.
With a very frost giant motif to the outfit in general. Internet issues with Shan.
Okay.
cool.
All right.
But no obvious hostility.
No.
I can tell. 12.
No, she,
We're traveling to the monastery up top this mountain.
it's still a good day or so's travel from here.
Yep. Yep, it is.
You'll be wanting to rest soon. And by this point, it is getting on towards when you would want to be
I'm back.
camping
Okay.
up.
Alright.
I can, my cave's near here.
Your cave.
I live near here.
Okay.
It's warmer than staying outside.
I mean, I wouldn't mind that at least. Is everyone else okay with this?
I mean, if you're offering, then I wouldn't mind.
It would be nice to get out of the cold.
I mean, I wouldn't say no if there's something you can offer me in return, but it's not needed.
Well, what are you needing?
I have no use for gold or jewelry, but
Yeah, but what else? You know.
she gestures at the carved things that she's wearing. If you've got any carvings, or I'm always on the lookout for metal carving knives, furs, anything else you might have of use.
Cal, cut your furs off.
You first.
I'm
No,
sure
mine are nice.
could think of something. I have mushroom leather.
I don't get that up here. Yes.
I've got a Durgar skull.
Interesting.
I mean, you're welcome to it. Anything that you might want.
Okay. She looks a little confused for... She
Well, you know,
doesn't
you want-
really
like-
know what a Durgar is.
Pull out the Durgar skull. I mean, it's only small, but it's something you could carve with, I think. Carve into.
She looks at it. Yes, I could carve into this. I might need my smaller carving knives, but...
Oh, even then, something a bit of a challenge, you know, rather than like break up the day of normal carving.
Yes. And she'll reach a hand out for the mushroom leather.
Yep, we'll hand that over.
I shall remove the Durgar skull from my inventory.
And she looks at it and is interested, and it's clear that she's not seen this sort of thing before.
I can't even remember why I picked it up.
I think largely because it was interesting. You hadn't seen that sort of thing before.
Yeah.
She'll lead you back to a cave that has surprisingly comfortable furniture.
Ah.
And you can see various bone carvings that decorate the place, very geometric patterns. The furniture is a bit too big for you because it's sized for a giant. But she sort of pulls out a pile of furs that you can all sort of sit on, very beanbag style.
Cool.
And it is warmer in the cave than it is outside.
Sounds perfect.
And she sort of goes to a large cooking pot she has in the corner and looks back to you. Do you have bowls, plates, things to eat from?
No.
Yes.
I assume that you would have something each to eat out of or eat off of.
Oh, found it.
And she will ladle you out some stew. And pours you out a drink of fresh water.
What kind of stew is it?
It's Ramoras.
Ah.
Wouldn't have to found this, you know, a few miles down the way.
Oh, they live all over these mountains.
That's all right then. So
Yes, we've had a meeting with a couple.
I'm surprised counter.
Yes, they do sneak up on people.
Well,
So, how long have you been out here? Is this where you grew up, or?
It's not where I grew up, but the people I grew up with are good for nothing.
Ah,
I much prefer nature over those
well,
lazy curs. You are travelling up to the monastery of the Yellow Rose.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
So I'm presuming that's the name
Yes,
of it.
that is.
Yeah.
Why? You're taking a very unusual path to get there.
we were advised this route might be better, but I do question it.
Yeah, it was sold to us on false pretenses.
Mm-hmm. Lies.
And why are you going there?
We feel like it.
It doesn't have anything to do with the storm, does it?
The storm?
She gestures towards the door and... The storm, it's a side effect of a ritual being performed there.
Oh.
The storm is raging on.
Someone is trying to summon or bind or create an elemental node.
Oh. Didn't know about that.
No,
You didn't know about what an elemental node is, or that one's being created there?
I mean, actually, both.
Oh, okay. Well,
We were informed that there was some interesting things going on up there, but we weren't really given a huge amount of information. It was patchy at best.
well, I mean, I can fill in some details, possibly. I don't actually know much about what happens up there. It doesn't hold a lot of interest to me, but I mean, an elemental node is a font of powerful elemental energy. In this case, they appear to be trying to create a node of air.
Okay.
Such energy can only be used for destructive purposes. It's usually immobile, but once under control, it could be moved. The ritual required to create an elemental node is dangerous. But the longer they have to perform the spell, the safer it becomes. So if whoever's casting it has managed to secret themselves away, they'd have the time to perform it safely. If they lose control over the involved energies, it could involve wide swathes of destruction. In this case, most likely to be an increase to the power of the storm.
so if we disturb whatever ritual is going on to cast this, it'll probably cause a catastrophic storm.
Well, there's a central focus to the ritual. The focus should not be destroyed or disrupted while the ritual is ongoing. That will immediately lose control of it. I mean, it could be done as a last desperate thing to prevent the wrong people gaining control. The whoever's casting it would be themselves anchors for the energy. Knocking them unconscious or removing them might be bad unless you can replace them.
Something or someone else to hold the energy, then?
Yes.
Specifically as someone, or can something hold it?
It would typically be someone. I mean, the ritual for control would have to be performed near the node, but doesn't necessarily have to be at its exact location. Finding the node should be easy. It would just be at the center of the storm, but the ritual could be performed some distance from there. Access to open air would help in this particular case, but wouldn't necessarily be strictly necessary.
So we can't interrupt the people who are doing it unless we replace them with someone else.
Yes.
We can't destroy the node itself. Would this be something blatant? Like, is this something that could quite easily be hidden by a number of people?
It would be something that is blatant while they are performing the spell. They don't necessarily need to constantly be doing it for the whole time, but while they are actually enacting the ritual, it would be difficult to hide it as something else. They might be able to hide in a location if they can go somewhere.
That is troubling. Have you had much experience with this type of thing, then, for the amount of knowledge that you have?
I know a lot about nature. I have researched a lot of natural magic.
I see.
I mean, in all honesty, I'm a little bit worried about it, but also, I mean, I sincerely doubt that a group of cultists controlling a single air node is going to disrupt the balance of Faerun. My particular... And you see this smile slowly spreading across her lips. My particular worship favours a bit of spectacular destruction through the forces of nature. And then it suddenly fades from her face again. But long term, it's not ideal.
Do I have any idea who that is?
Roll me a religion check.
Am I still at
With
disadvantage?
yes.
Dang it! It's a roll religion.
I might do it as well if I'm allowed.
Religion.
You are allowed.
Great. 21!
Nice.
That's right. When I've got disadvantage, I actually roll well on religion.
Pyralus, you can think of a number of different nature-based gods and goddesses that would sort of sweep away the old to make way for the new. It's kind of a cycle of nature, the circle of life type thing. You know, you can't have a new thing without getting rid of the old that's in the way.
Yeah.
You know, in the way that the old animal makes way for its child to take over, or the way that a forest fire replaces the forest with new life.
Yeah, and farmland must be cleared to be used again.
While a lot of the gods that people tend to worship are the ones of renewal, the replacement rather than the destruction that comes before it. There are obviously equally as many that are dedicated to the ones that do the destruction in the first place.
Yeah.
Sean, with looking at several of the talismans and carvings that you see around, you work out that this giant is talking about Auril and Talos. Talos, the Storm Lord.
Yep.
You can see the holy symbol of 3 lightning bolts radiating out from a point. Sort of worship tends to be more towards the destructive nature of storms.
Yeah. Sort of I like storms, forest fires, earthquakes, tornadoes, shit like that. We like.
Auril is a similarly frosty focused deity, focusing on the fury of winter weather over thunderstorms.
Yes. might think of her also as a frost maiden, but you know.
You might. I don't know why.
I don't know why you'd think of such a
I don't know
thing.
why that would come up at this point,
Would
but
that be a thing?
I just remember. Yeah.
So
Totally not suspicious noises.
I don't know how Caldrax would react to noticing these. I mean, I suppose technically they're not necessarily evil.
No, they have their place.
They're kind of neutral in there, which is kind of where Caldrax's god lies as well, really. So,
Yeah, Auril's straight down the neutral line.
I think Caldrax would give her an understanding nod. Just,
and sort of with Caldrax's worship of Kalimvor, you sort of also understand the worship of the thing that is inevitable is often perceived as bad or wrong or evil or something to be avoided.
yeah.
But is just a part of nature as much as the good stuff is.
So, understanding nod from Caldrax to her. And then he would explain the others later on when they literally stood in front of her.
Okay.
That does make sense.
Well, I'm assuming she's not told us for a reason, so I don't want to just go. She means this.
She will discuss with you anything else you wish to talk about for a while, and then makes excuses to go to sleep.
I'm trying to get clothes when you're that big.
Make my own, typically.
That'd be probably take a lot of materials to you just make your shoes.
Yes, it does.
And I mean, with how expensive shoes are in town, I can only imagine how much they try and charge. So I think it's better that you make
I mean,
your own.
I don't tend to go into town to buy my shoes. They don't tend to have my
I
size.
realise, but it's
I mean, you yourself must have some difficulty buying shoes for your feet.
looks down. Normal feet. Wiggles toes.
I've heard some of your race have problems with
some
that.
Of us some of us get the more hoofy side of devilry, but I've just got my tail, Wiggles head, and my horns, and my skin.
Sits there looking puzzled. So, do you have to buy different trousers for your tail? How does that work?
Either, well, at least with me, I would either get the tailor to work that in, or I would just, make whole.
Ah, interesting.
Usually you have like a little button above it, so you just literally pull up button, and then it kind of the tail holds it up.
I'm sure at this point Hal would have something interesting to say.
He probably will have like 1,000 questions.
Yeah, I imagine that he will probably at the very least ask Malzere what he does.
And whether that's why he likes wearing dresses. More tail room.
Thank you, Rave Knight, for the cheer.
Yay!
Rave Knight 08 has cheered with 25 bits for the Dwarf King has arrived.
Woo!
King Dwarfy Doo of Dwarfdom.
So yeah, he will turn to Malzere and just ask, how about you, Practice? I don't know.
Malzanaz.
My name is not Malzanaz.
That doesn't matter to Hal.
I mean...
I don't know, malnutrition. What do you do with your tail?
Okay, that's too soon, mate. What do I do with my tail?
Is that why you wear dresses?
Shut up.
Oh, I see a thought-out answer.
Well, I just flick my tail when I flick my tail. It's just a nice thing to do.
I'm now trying to think of anything else that you can put Mal at the front of.
It's not too much of an issue. Usually I wear button shirts, but if I'm having to wear anything that pulls over, that would make it really hard. Clothes and stuff.
Is that why you wear that coat with the two tails, like the two flappy bits?
Helps, but I have worn coats that haven't got the two tails, and yeah, it's like I don't know how it is with Malzere's horns though, because he's got like the nice curly ones, where I got like the ones that like swept back. And like whenever I try to wear anything pullover, it just kind of catches. But that's why I mainly wear button stuff.
That's fair.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So, what now?
I guess it's time to sleep.
Time to sleep, yeah.
Sleep.
Good night, Calzone and Melanoma.
I'm going to kill you.
Good night, Frau.
That's not my name.
Neither is the names you keep calling us.
But they're close.
Not even
Right.
near.
A little
No. No.
bit. Oh.
Good night, guys.
Good night, Jim Bob. Good night.
You managed to all bed down for a night in the warmth of Marika's cave. And with
Did we even actually ask her name?
Never
Yeah, I
came
was gonna
up.
say, do we know?
You
Wow.
nope, never did.
What jerk faces are we?
Um,
I'm going to ask her in the morning.
if you remember in 2 weeks, I'll remind
Yeah,
you.
probably not.
I'll try to remind you.
I'm just going to play it as the... Sorry, like, I was ridiculously cold last night. I totally blanked and forgot to actually ask your name.
So you guys managed to eat the hearty stew, you drink the watery drink, you sleep a night without the cold whistling around.
Does my dream get better?
You get to remove 1 level of exhaustion each.
Hey!
No?
Now I'm just a bit stupid
Now
with
I'm
the
at
cold.
-1.
I'm at 0.
Is that it then?
And that is where we call a close to this session.
Da 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 da.
We'll be back in 2 weeks' time with more of this. In the meantime, if you haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way for you guys to know when we go live, and it's a completely free way that you can support us on the channel. Coming up tomorrow night over on the Angel Games player channel, we've got more Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, so if that's something that interests you, yeah, Rafe, we're ending.
'Tis that time.
'Tis that
I'm
time,
sorry.
unfortunately.
I mean, we can
But-
stay for a little bit if you'd like.
We could just keep talking out of bullshit about our clothing.
On Friday, Sean and I will be on the Minecraft Monday server with more Minecraft Mondays, because
Didn't quite happen on a Monday.
we
but
missed.
That's fine.
Do you want to start on a Saturday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday?
So on Friday, tune in for that. We'll be working on building the Orb of Power from Draconic and getting Draconic power set up throughout our base.
Indeed.
On Sunday, the Clutch of the Cult crew will be trying to find Palarandusk, the gold dragon, otherwise known as the Unseen Protector. Next Monday, Sean and I will be back on the Minecraft Monday server for more Minecraft Mondays, where we will play Minecraft on a Monday, and I'll let you know what we're doing when we've done
Finished
with
Friday.
to know where we are at the end of Friday.
I mean, knowing us, we're probably going to be continuing building up big, powerful...
Yeah.
It's most likely to be a continuation. The chances of us getting that done in one seem slim.
There's plenty to do with Draconic, so it'll be a case of probably fusion crafting.
Papa the rapper said, "You gotta believe."
I gotta believe.
And then next Tuesday, Sean, Jeff, and myself will be back on the Open Sea of Thieves with Seabound Soul, which is the next, and I believe, is it the second to last of the current Tall Tales?
Currently in the Tall Tales, yeah.
So we'll be doing that next Tuesday, and then the Tuesday after that we'll be doing the last of the Tall Tales, hopefully, if we finish it.
If it doesn't do its usual.
I doubt.
We'll see.
From what I remember reading and looking at in terms of the Heart of Flame or the Heart of Fire, it's toughy.
Oh boy. But for now, guys, we're gonna do a raid.
A raid.
Yeah. Raid. Shadow Legend. No.
Who are we gonna raid? Who is
That's a good
live?
question.
My only choice at the moment is New Sumo, so we're gonna raid New Sumo again.
New.
Sweet.
Woo.
Hey, more bits. Good.
Rave, thank you for the bits. Thank you for the bits to say goodbye. So that's 25 more bits there, and we're going to
Nice.
throw a raid over at New Sumo, so go send him some love. We'll see you guys again real soon. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye now. Bye. Bye.